Hello traders and welcome to another video review. Today is Friday, May 23rd, 2025. Let's take a look what do we have in the economic calendar for today. Asian sessions data were quite important. We got the retail sales data from New Zealand, and as you can see, retail sales beats the expectations and the core retail sales down from 1.4% to 0.1%. National core CPI in Japan increases from 3.2 towards 3.5. Core retail sales in UK increases from 2.6 to 5.3% on the yearly basis, from 0.2 to 1.3%. Good bunch of data from the UK. German GDP is up from minus 0.2 to 0.4, which is another good data. ECB Lane will give a speech at 10:30. At 2:30 we got major data release from the US. Building permits. At the same time we got some data from the Canada core retail sales and retail sales. Then we have another major release, which is the new home sales. This one is scheduled for release at 4 o'clock. ECB Schnabel will give a speech at 6 o'clock, and then we got 1 hour later US Baker Hughes oil recount and total recount, and that's about the Friday. So US session is way more let's say rich in some sort of the data releases. The most of the important data releases for the UK session has been released already, so retail sales and GDPs day. All right, without any further ado, let's switch to the charts. We start with euro dollar. So the euro dollar, as you can see, went towards the level of 1.1364 and then moved lower as the possible breakout of the technical resistance at 1.1383 had been rejected. The market hit the 100 periods moving average on a 4-hour time frame chart, right? Roughly around 1.1260, and then bounced back towards the last range technical support. Now this technical support will be the resistance until it is violated. So typical pullback here to the downside. It's not the biggest pullback yet, because the biggest is this one, as you can see, and it's in perfect free waves to the downside. And the market continues the movement higher, making higher highs and higher lows, so there is no surprise here. Momentum went to the level of 50, then bounced right back up towards the level of 60, and now the market is trying to rally way higher. So the outlook for the euro dollar looks positive, looks bullish because of the data from the UK. Let's take a look at the cable. The cable keeps looking even more bullish. All right, the cable keeps looking even more bullish. Potentially even the low for the wave 4 has been made at the level of 1.3389. So the market participants should be aware of this situation. We might have started the wave 5 already, but we need a confirmation for this. So now we need a breakout above the level 3 high, 1.3416. 7. So as long as we are moving higher above this level and then above this level, the chances for the wave 5 development increasing. Now this impulsive count is invalidated only if the level of 1.3359, which is the high of the wave 1, is hit. All right. Otherwise the outlook looks bullish. Consecutive highs, consecutive lows, outlook looks bullish. Let's take a look at gold market, because recently the gold market has been trying to move higher again. It was rejected at 3,345. We went towards the 100 periods moving average on a 4-hour time frame chart. A little bit pullback on the momentum as well, but now gold is gaining strength again. RSI 30 sorry, 63 points apparently, getting closer to yesterday high. We are very, very close to this upper channel line or trend line and close to the technical resistance, so please be aware of this situation. Potentially the gold might break higher very, very soon. And last but not least, let's talk about the Bitcoin. So what is going on the 4-hour time frame chart? Quite nothing after the new all-time high. There was a marginal all-time high at 111,952, but you can see that the bulls are simply consolidating the recent gains since the low, since the high from the yesterday, right? So they are consolidating the gains into the extremely overbought market conditions. Now this RSI indicator is going a little bit down towards 61 level, towards the 60 level. Basically now it's 61, but we are still above the technical support, weak technical support, obviously, at the previous swing high level and all-time high at 100,010. So the outlook still bullish because of this consolidation here, but generally we should be aware of the situation when the market might do some kind of a deep lower. This zone here with these 3 waves and the zone inside of it, you must be aware of the fact that this is the old supply zone. We broke above the supply zone. Now we consolidate the recent gains, but we need a continuation to the upside to confirm this zone is now a strong supply zone. So if the price will drop in this zone, it will be bought back up. For now, there is no such a certainty, so please be aware of this situation as well. The Bitcoin short-term trend is up, mid-term trend is up, and long-term trend is up. So current fear and greed index is roughly around 73 points, so it's greed right now on the Bitcoin market, which is why it's not yet extremely let's say positioned. However, daily time frame chart is definitely showing extremely level, right? This is the extreme overbought of the market, right? So please be aware of this situation as well. We might see some breakout to the downside, some pullback, some correction, because there is a splendid rally on the Bitcoin, and but it hits the extremely overbought conditions anyway. So we might see some sort of the pullback. And we've been talking about the Bitcoin, but we missed the SP 500. Let me just switch to the 4-hour time frame chart so you guys can see what's going on. There were big dreams to break above the level of 6,000, go towards the level of 6,200. However, unfortunately today we are penetrating the lower levels here. Rejection from 5,973 resulted in a drop below the technical support, 5,873 now technical resistance, as it was rejected already. And then even the lower level of 5,820 had been tested, and now the market is locked inside of this very strange zone between the technical resistance here and the technical support here. I don't think that this level matters much for the market, so we might now let me just place some rectangle here. We might now do this range rectangle, because this is what we do here, and the range rectangle would look like this. So we got the range high, range low, something like that. Is really a very nice situation for the bulls, because all they need to do is to wait for the market to show them the direction, and this is what we should do as well. So right now I'm just placing my range range rectangle, and we are wait for the breakout either to the upside or to the downside. It looks like with this kind of a momentum we might see some room to the downside here on the RSI. We might see some room to the downside towards the 100 periods moving average at 5,780. So this level might be tested soon on S&P 500. That's everything from me for today. Thank you very much for watching this analysis, and I hope I see you guys next time. So take care and bye bye.